Often, we mistakenly seek outside for what can only be found within. The primary cause of unhappiness isn't the situation itself but rather our thoughts about it. Embedded within each of us lies a voice, an incessant narrator that comments, judges, and at times, condemns, so intertwined with our consciousness that we mistake it for who we are. This relentless mental noise not only obstructs our path to inner tranquility but also veils our true essence, creating a false self that casts shadows of fear and suffering over our lives. But imagine, just for a moment, if we could silence this internal critic. What kinds of peace and self-discovery could unfold? The key to unlocking such serenity lies not externally, but within us, in recognizing that voice as merely a part of our consciousness and not the entirety of our being. This voice is not unique to a select few, it's a universal human experience, so prevalent that it's often deemed normal. Yet, this very voice can transform into our most formidable foe, relentlessly criticizing and draining our vital energy. The silver lining? Liberation from this mental dominion is within reach. The first step on this path to freedom involves a heightened awareness of the voice's narratives and, importantly, the recognition of the repetitive thought patterns that have been echoing in our minds for years. True liberation ignites the moment we grasp that we are not the omnipresent thinker. This realization empowers us to step back and become an observer of our own mind. By detaching from our thoughts, we activate a higher state of consciousness. This elevated awareness uncovers an expanse of intelligence beyond thought, revealing the source of genuine beauty, love, creativity, joy, and inner peace. Envision listening to the internal monologue without judgment, acknowledging its existence as separate from your core self. This act of observation introduces a new dimension of awareness. You become aware of a conscious presence, a deeper self, lying behind the thoughts. Upon realizing this, the thought loses its grip over you and swiftly fades away. It starves from the lack of energy it once derived from your identification with it. As we cultivate this awareness, we begin to experience moments of mental silence, creating spaces of no mind where tranquility and peace flourish. These intervals might start as fleeting glimpses but, with practice, they expand, offering glimpses into our natural state of being, one of unity with ourselves, a state often veiled by the mind's constant activity. This condition transcends ego, embodying generosity and presence. With continuous practice, the sensation of peace deepens, and a profound joy begins to emerge, the pure joy of being. This state of inner connectivity heightens our alertness and presence, leading us deeper into a state of mental tranquility and pure consciousness. Another method to transcend the mind's dominance is to introduce pauses in our thought flow by anchoring our attention in the present moment, fully embracing the now. This shift of consciousness away from mental chatter creates a space of heightened alertness and awareness, a quintessential aspect of meditation. Engaging in routine activities with mindful attention, be it walking, washing hands, or simply sitting quietly, can become a practice in mindfulness. Each mindful act strengthens the light of consciousness within us. The true marker of advancement in this journey is the level of inner peace one achieves. Gradually, our identification with the mind diminishes, and we begin to align more with the silence and presence of the now. As this practice of presence and thought observation deepens, you may find yourself smiling at the inner voice, recognizing it as transient and not as serious as it once seemed. This indicates a profound internal shift. Your inner being no longer bases its identity on the mind's narratives. Ultimately, the path toward enlightenment involves dissociating ourselves from the mind. Learning to step back from our thoughts is not only liberating but essential for achieving true enlightenment. This transformative realization is accessible to everyone, right here and now, offering a pathway to genuine freedom and spiritual awakening. This journey extends an invitation to all, beckoning us to embark on a transformative path that not only promises an escape from mental tyranny but also a rediscovery of our true selves, free from the confines of incessant thought and closer to the essence of pure being. In this extensive exploration of the mind and our relationship with it, we uncover not just the mechanics of thought, but the very fabric of our being. We learn that our essence, the very core of who we are, lies not in the thoughts that flit through our mind, but in the silence between those thoughts. This realization opens the door to a profound inner peace, a tranquility that exists not in the absence of noise, but in the midst of it, undisturbed and serene. As we delve deeper into the practice of observing our thoughts without attachment, we embark on a journey of self-discovery that reveals the limitless potential of our consciousness. This journey is not about reaching a destination, but about realizing that we are, and always have been, exactly where we need to be. It's a process of awakening to the beauty of the present moment, to the richness of our own presence, and to the profound realization that everything we have been searching for externally can be found within. This path of mindfulness and self-observation does not promise a life free from challenges, but it offers a way to navigate those challenges with grace and equanimity. It teaches us that while we may not have control over the external world, we have the power to choose how we respond to it. By recognizing that we are not our thoughts, but the awareness behind them, we unlock the ability to live with a sense of peace and fulfillment, regardless of our circumstances. As we continue to explore the depths of our inner world, we discover that the key to lasting happiness and peace does not lie in changing our external reality, but in changing our relationship with our own minds. This shift in perspective is the essence of enlightenment, a state of being that is accessible to each and every one of us, right here, right now. In closing, this comprehensive guide to transcending the mental noise and discovering our true selves invites you to embark on the most important journey you will ever undertake, the journey inward. It is here, in the quiet depths of our own being, that we find the peace, joy, and unconditional love that we have been seeking all along. This journey is not without its challenges, but the rewards are immeasurable. Welcome to the path of true liberation and enlightenment. Welcome to the rediscovery of your authentic self, beyond the confines of the mind.